Yo, welcome back. The Rest Hole Podcast. Episode 23, brought to you by your boys, Tanner Fred and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up.
Let me talk to you. Feeling better this week. Try to bring the energy back, a little bit of a down week. Get it back on track here.
Hard to keep the energy high when the programming is so low.
That is so abundantly true.
Yeah.
And we'll try this week. We'll give it our best shot, but
yeah.
It was okay. It was an okay week.
They're laying the groundwork for something.
For something. Something's happening.
Something.
Things are happening.
The wheels are moving.
Yeah. We don't know where they're going, but they are moving somewhere.
Not necessarily playing themselves out well just yet, but the wheels are moving.
Start things off. You want to talk about
the big news?
The big news?
So, hot topic on our podcast for the last couple of weeks has been, two superstars, Finn Balor, but the topic of discussion today, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
This is coming out, Friday? Friday morning? Thursday night. So you guys have probably all heard this, but as we record here today on Wednesday, Kevin Owens. Major contract extension.
Officially a WWE superstar for a few years to come.
Yeah, and Kevin Owens is getting up there. Not old in life terms, but old for a performer. You gotta think you stay with the devil you do, and they probably made him a nice offer.
Yeah, probably a real nice offer.
He's been working his ass off. He definitely deserves it.
100%.
He's in the main event picture, and quite frankly, has made the main event picture much more interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, he was in the main event picture for most of the summer on SmackDown.
With Roman, which was incredible.
Great feud.
My personal favorite feud with Roman so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this one with Brock is
full body of work, probably.
Yeah, the one with Brock right now is a little bit different, but with Kevin Owens, that was probably the best.
Yeah.
So the guy deserves it.
100%.
There's nothing else to say.
AEW fans seething.
So mad. We deserve
Not
Kevin
happy.
Steen.
Yeah.
Oh. Guys.
Is this a big dent in the argument for AEW fans?
No, I don't think so. Because this is the first big fish that they've missed? Realistically, the first big fish they've missed. Besides, if we're not counting Bray, right? So Bray, who's a free agent.
Well,
still.
okay, let me throw this one back. Who's the biggest fish that they've gotten from WWE?
I mean, it depends where you're looking. I, at the time, would have probably said Adam Cole, but look how that's played out.
Okay.
So maybe Daniel Bryan.
But they let him go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they tried to keep him, right? They didn't even offer him anything.
Was his contract over, or did they let him go?
I thought he played out the contract. It expired.
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I feel like they let him go.
Okay, get CM Punk out of retirement. Not WWE.
He was never coming back. He was never coming back.
No, but that's a big sign.
Okay. But I'm saying
they're one to start it all up.
All right.
Jericho
was already gone.
But
Jericho was in New Japan before.
Yeah, but these are big.
I'm just saying, who's the first guy that they got
poached,
that WWE went for and AEW snagged them up?
Yeah, that they poached. I would probably.
Mox is probably a good one, but he left first.
Yeah,
he was also in New Japan first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably still say Adam Cole.
Adam Cole would be the one.
Just
He'd
because
have to be the only
he
one.
would have been the future.
Yeah.
And I personally think that Adam Cole is a perfect example of why Kevin Owens would not go.
I could not agree more.
Why I don't necessarily even know if Finn Balor's going to go.
I don't think if Finn Balor leaves, I don't think he's going to AEW anyway.
Probably New Japan.
I could see him going back to New Japan. I could see him going to Impact before AEW.
Yeah, see, I don't see that at all.
Really?
But that's not important.
I just feel like they have more of a partnership with New Japan, so we could kind of do what he would do in New Japan, but stay in the States.
Yeah, maybe wrestle like Jay White and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, so I think Adam Cole is a perfect example of why Kevin Owens doesn't leave, because as we've kind of discussed, AEW is a hyper inflated roster right now, incredibly inflated. Yeah. And Adam Cole went from being a made man here in WWE, and sure, it's NXT, whatever. The same audience watching NXT is watching AEW,
and
so
he was getting $1 million contract to be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And whatever the rumors were about the Keith Lee thing.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. But he would have been a made man. And now he's part of a tag gimmick with the Young Bucks.
Now he's...
Of course.
in the Undisputed Era, just over there.
And it's just, you know, if it's like tucked away on the card too. Like I don't hear like, oh, this week Adam Cole's featured on AEW, and I'm like, oh, that's must see TV.
Yeah.
To me, Adam Cole is like an afterthought now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, sure, is that a credit to like the top guys on that roster, like Hangman Page and stuff? Sure, those guys are great. They're top level performers. But at the same time, why would Kevin Owens go and fall into that? I mean, long list of title contenders. What
Very long.
We
list.
had Daniel Bryan, CM Punk. I mean,
MJF.
MJF. Like all these guys, it's just getting on back order.
Like, and one belt, not a lot to go around.
One television show, not a lot of TV time.
No.
And look, ratings, right? That's all everybody talks about. I haven't even looked at Rampage. Like I don't know what Friday night at 10 o'clock is doing anymore.
No one's really watching that.
I stopped watching it after they stopped debuting people.
Especially like holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
People are watching Harry Potter on ABC Family.
Yep.
AKA now Lifeform.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, I don't know.
Freeform?
Yeah, Freeform.
Sorry.
Freeform.
But like, there's other things on TV now. Like it's holiday season. People, and if you're a fan of, wrestling, you're gonna watch the 8 to 10 SmackDown.
Yeah.
You're not gonna watch the 10 o'clock AEW unless you're an AEW fan.
It's a tough time slot.
It is, and that credit to them for they are doing well for that time slot, but it's still a tough time slot. You're not on primetime television.
Yeah. And you can, talk to it, right? We say it every time. Raw is one episode a week is the entire time that AEW has a week.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at it from a working standpoint or a television standpoint, like the clearer choice is WWE.
Yeah.
And if you're a top guy like Kevin Owens, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, I could not agree more. That's what I think Wade Barrett made a comment about this, just about like NXT, about TV time is a gift. Like there's not a lot of it to go around.
Yeah, it's a currency in WWE.
It's a currency, and Kevin Owens is getting a lot of it.
He's
a whole lot of it
all the time.
This Monday he was on 5 segments.
5. The backstage stuff and interferences.
Stuff.
Yeah,
he was in a match. He was in his match, Seth's match,
yeah,
Big E's match, and at least 3. And he opened the show, and at least 3 backstage segments.
Yeah,
it's like 8 That's like 8 segments of TV. That's like an hour of TV.
Talk about showcasing your talent.
Yeah.
Like that's the guy gets to do it all. He works. He talks. I don't know. We obviously like Kevin Owens.
I like Kevin Owens a lot.
We obviously
I think he's really good.
So, like, obviously we're happy he stayed.
I think him and Seth should be a tag team. Their dynamic is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It's like a little RK Bro-esque.
I think it's more like I don't even know what to compare it to. It's gonna be a really bad comparison, but this type of dynamic, they're just a lot better. When like Nia and Shayna Baszler first started, where it's like, hey, we're not friends or anything.
Yeah.
Like this kind of works.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but they'd just be a lot better at it.
Yeah, they'd be much better at it.
Well, yeah.
But they're just better in general.
I'd be better at it.
Speaking of being better, like WWE put out a where do you rank Seth Rollins on the all-time greats
Did they really?
list. Yeah, like an Instagram post. And I know we both have him already in the top 10. But,
I don't know how he can be.
Yeah, but that's just crazy for them to acknowledge that when he's probably got another 5 years. Like,
I think he's got more than that.
well, I'm saying like at the top.
I think he's got more than that.
Really?
He's pretty safe.
Yeah,
he's
since,
had one
since
big
he got
injury.
hurt, yeah,
He's been pretty safe.
Yeah. I mean,
It depends on what you want to do.
I'm not complaining.
But I mean, like,
so,
look at Randy.
yeah.
Randy's had more injuries over his career.
Yeah.
It's really just like, do you want to do Hollywood or do you want to stay?
Yeah, true.
That's kind of really how it is. I mean, I could see Seth doing like a movie.
And that's not,
But I don't see it in like...
Not to insult Seth. I don't think he has the look necessarily to transition as much as guys like Rock.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like Batista.
Yeah.
Like, I see what you're saying. But I have no idea.
I don't know what the
seem
look
like something
is, I guess,
he's super interested in.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point you would have done something.
Yeah.
I could see Becky doing something more like that. I could see her transitioning while he still wrestles. But like, Randy being the example, like, if you want to stick around, you can stick around until you're 40.
Yeah. I think that's a much bigger fear for Roman, though, leaving. Because I think that guy is...
Roman won't be here for long.
Yeah, I think Roman's, after this reign, he's 1 foot out the door.
No, I don't think he's that far off. But I think he's
going to be...
I could see Roman... Guy. I could definitely see time be taken away for a movie after this reign. But he'll definitely be a Hollywood guy. He'll follow right in box.
He'll be a movie guy.
100%.
100%. Any other big news from the wrestling world?
The OG Undisputed Era probably reuniting tonight. That's what the word on the street is. It's either him or Windham is what people are saying.
They're doing a debut tonight again?
I mean, they didn't say it, but they're doing. This is like their Winter is Coming episode.
So, AEW
loves debuts. That's all they have.
Yeah.
I'll say that now. Yeah. That's all they have.
Yeah. I like a lot of the product, right? Like,
I like a lot of the wrestlers.
Yeah, so I'm not in there week in and week out watching AEW because, we do the WWE-centric podcast. So I try to put my wrestling hours into WWE.
It's a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of
hours when you, do other things.
Yeah, but I do like to catch, the big AEW stuff. I try to tune in. I try to, stay up to date on it because, we are a wrestling podcast. I don't want to come in here uninformed. But we kind of touched on it when Adam Cole debuted, when CM Punk debuted, when Daniel Bryan debuted. It's like, I'm tuning in because I want to see those guys show up.
Yeah.
I have not been as, I need to see something on AEW since those debuts. I think since Adam Cole came out.
Other than the little promo battle.
Right, with MJF and CM Punk. Yeah.
I'll tune in for moments like that if I know they're happening. Otherwise, I'll catch them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I did. I caught it on YouTube.
I'll catch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
My thing is and maybe it's a little bit ignorance of the product on my part, which it most definitely is. I don't know enough about the product to watch it weekly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to know enough about the product to watch it weekly personally. Not that to say that it's bad. I know there's a lot of people that I know personally that like wrestling. They're like, yo, you should check it out.
It is just another
just
3
another
hours of wrestling.
So much to watch.
Yeah.
Especially with SmackDown not being as good as it used to be.
Boy.
To watch another hour of wrestling that I'm not super invested in is tough.
Yeah. Just to touch on that again, I know we kind of said it last week, and this week wasn't necessarily terrible because Brock and Sammy have a really good dynamic.
Oh, they're great.
But SmackDown is in trouble.
Sami Zayn needs $1 trillion.
Yeah. But SmackDown is in big trouble because Roman's not there again, right?
Well, he was on sabbatical.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stay on the island.
He was on the island training.
But the show struggles.
Yeah.
With Roman.
It does.
And Roman is must-see TV, and the show struggles. But when Roman's not there, and again, Brock and Sammy, good dynamic, fun to watch. The show struggles when Roman is not there.
It really does, yeah.
So I don't know. I think they need to do something. We're coming around to the new year.
They need to survive till the Rumble.
Yeah, because you can get new NXT talent, new debuts or returns, whatever you want at the Rumble, and you can save SmackDown. But they need to save SmackDown.
We talked about this before, and I'm going to fume about it for a second here.
Yeah, go for it.
Contenders matches are so stupid.
Are you talking about Tony?
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
Do we really need Tony to have to beat Charlotte to them to have a match?
To fight Charlotte, to beat Charlotte again? To try to, you know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, no, it's so stupid.
Do we not know that Tony's, next woman up?
I don't know if she is, man. I really don't know. Okay, it finishes the way it finishes. They're just going to throw her to the side to get to Sasha and Charlotte.
You think?
Yeah, I'm positive. That's why they did the small face turn for Sasha. It sucked. It still sucks. She's not a face. But they're just trying to get to Sasha and Charlotte.
I hope not. Tony's good. I like Tony.
Tony is good, but that's where it's heading.
That'd be really stupid.
I'd be willing to bet on it.
That'd be really, really stupid.
Just one more bit of news, I guess.
News.
It just came to me. I just remembered talking about AEW before we jump right into the shows. MJF tweeting out the bidding war of 2024. He apparently, in interviews, said that WWE, Fox, USA, already interested. Maybe have already, hey, what are you thinking? Insane.
Wait, he's on contract for another 3 years?
I guess. Apparently he's there till 2024, which is too long.
That's a new agent. Mind-boggling contract.
Get a new agent, unless he got the bag right away.
No way.
Yeah, no way as a new guy. But
he signed a 5-year contract?
Okay.
Unless he re-signed in the middle of it, which
maybe
I feel like we would have at least heard about.
But all I'm saying is, if he's already tweeting that he's going to explore some other options, which he's always in character. He's always in character. So that could just be a throw me the money.
This is it could also just be as a person. I
Yeah.
think John Moxley put this best.
Mm.
I'll pick up the phone.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, even if you're someone that's like talked crap about WWE in the past, say what you will about WWE's the devil. If WWE were to call Cody Rhodes tomorrow, pick up the phone at least.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the worst that can happen to you?
I don't know
Pick up
Cody Rhodes necessarily.
I
I get
picked
what
the
you're saying.
person that's like the most polar
Yeah.
against WWE I can think of, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone.
Yeah, because you're right. Like even Jericho said in the interview, he's like, I would talk to him. Absolutely.
Moxley was like, I like money. I'd pick up the phone.
Yeah. How could you not?
We're just gonna be like, you know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna stay, and then that's it.
No matter how successful AEW has been for the quick, 2 years, 2.5 years, it's WWE.
Also,
You want to get to the top of the mountain.
AEW is doing well, but they're not growing.
No,
They've hit kind of their I don't want to say their peak because I
Right.
don't know, but they've hit their little tundra
Yeah, they're at a little
for a
plateau
second.
right
They're
now. for
that's the
sure.
word I was looking for, plateau. So I mean, not saying that they're gonna fall off and die
I'm
in 2
sure
years.
somebody will be like, "Well, you guys didn't see the ratings. They've hit at 1 million times, 1 million viewers 3 times in the last 6 months." It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
okay, I get it.
That's cool.
That's a good metric. It's a good number to hit.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it's so infrequent, like where it's not coming every week,
Also, don't just look at the numbers. What happened those days?
yeah,
Was it CM Punk coming back? Was
Yeah.
it Adam Cole debuting? I know that was a pay-per-view, but like, what was it?
yeah,
It's not just your regular television, then does it really matter?
right, exactly. Because everyone's so quick to throw in, well, NXT 2.0 has lost so many viewers already. Well, they've made it real clear what 2.0
Oh,
is.
the box office did $1 billion the
Yeah.
first 3 weeks of December.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man came out.
Yeah.
What did the other movies do?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
that's kind of the point we're trying to make is like, what happened
Yeah.
during that?
But all I'm saying is, MJF, WWE, pick up the phone. And
100% pick up the phone.
It would be so exciting to have MJF.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And that's not against him.
And
That's
the
how
fear-
short is the
leash.
leash.
And so, just to wrap this point up, I guess it's WWE needs to kind of see that they've been struggling. Like they need to acknowledge their faults, and in order to fix that, you bring in a young guy who's seems to be a creative genius,
Yeah.
or at least plays his character really, really well,
Yeah.
and let him go.
Yeah.
The guy could talk.
I would say you'd be like, hey, like, no certain words.
But
the rest, you gotta be like, just let him go.
even like a lot of stuff he says,
It's not too bad.
it's not really outside of PG for what 2021's
Yeah,
PG is. Like
that's
you
true.
can kind of get away with MJF. You tell him to dial it back maybe a touch on some
Yeah.
things, or don't, or just go make it PG-13.
Or just bleep them.
Yeah.
Now, even better, I think,
Yeah.
is just bleep them.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that would be exciting.
He would do better on NXT because they're a little more. I feel like they're a little looser with the rules. From that perspective, I don't mean as a total package.
You imagine, just
Him and LA Knight or something.
yeah, him or LA Knight, but just for 1 second, right? SmackDown starts. Paul's out there doing whatever
my
Paul does, and MJF just comes out and like, listen here, Paul, and it would be electric.
It'd be really good. Yeah,
People
it'd be
like
great.
the CM Punk promo. CM Punk's portion of that promo sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
It wasn't very
it
good.
sucked.
Yeah.
Was I excited to listen to it? Sure, because
Yeah.
whatever, battle the words. But him and Paul, it would be must see TV week in and week
It'd
out.
be crazy. It'd be so good.
Just something to think about.
Yeah.
Whatever, not a big deal. But now we can get into the week's product.
Yeah. I mean, back to SmackDown, I guess.
Yeah, we kind of touched
Brief little
SmackDown.
tangent. I mean, Sammy's just so good.
Yeah.
His whole segment is just so good. He's just so funny.
Sammy and MJF on the mic.
Oh my
so
God.
funny.
Sammy's conspiracy runs deep, man.
It's there.
It's deep.
It's
He's
there.
got a point. Male nurses. He's got everything.
It's there.
Brock's good, man.
Brock is very
Brock
good.
is funny.
Brock,
You got a wheelchair. You got a neck brace. Male nurses.
Yeah. Brock's funny.
Brock's funny. Paul, not so funny.
I gotta think our tribal chief's not gonna be too happy about this.
Wise man made an unwise choice.
Yeah.
Unwise potential slip of the words.
Yeah. Soon to be. Soon to be.
The most likely soon and future.
I can't believe it.
What happens this week, man?
When Roman comes back this week, like it has to be the
It
end.
has to be like a public execution.
You have to sever ties with Paul Heyman.
Unless, like I said to you before this,
Yeah.
Roman's playing 4D chess. We're all
Roman's
playing
in on
checkers.
it, Yeah.
Who knows? I don't think so.
Well, at the risk of spoiling some things, right? We kind of spoke about it before the pod. I read that Roman and Brock is gonna get to Mania.
I don't.
So,
I know you read that,
yeah.
and I'm sure it's like it's not
and
lying.
who knows with these sources, right?
For me, I feel like Bobby and Brock is time.
Right, and you could make that
In Dallas.
Yeah,
it's time.
you get Bobby to win at day one, which we'll talk about. Brock wins the Rumble. He already lost to Roman.
You don't need that. You don't need
whatever. I mean, you don't need it, but imagine him winning, standing tall, and then Lashley's music just hits, and they're just facing off. Like, it's time. Don't even leave it, no doubt about it.
That'd be true.
You talk about a moment to bring in the new year.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point.
Like, and that's what WWE does, right? So as good as the company is, as fun as the pay-per-views are, they are
I would
about
like
moments.
it better. Nah, you can't really do that. But I was gonna say I like it better the opposite. Like somehow Brock would win.
But
and
then you are
Bobby
getting
would-
Roman back at
100%. That's
So.
the problem. But I would like Bobby winning the Rumble more.
Yeah.
But I get your point as well. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But that would be sick.
Yeah.
But anyway, just to say, like, they did. I read that it would be Roman Brock at Mania, so our dream match, whatever it is, whatever, gone. But if that's the case, that means Roman probably wins at day one, and there's like some sort of twist or Paul Heyman turn or something. And like,
how many times?
and that's
man?
what, to your credit, it's like, how many times can we see this? Like, I don't know how much more I can be interested. At least, you know, you got me for another 2 weeks. I'm here for it till
you
day
had me
one.
till day one.
Yeah.
And then.
But for
we'll
another
have to
3.5
discuss.
months,
Yeah.
another 4 months, I don't know if I'm that interested in
No.
Paul Heyman, you know, towing the line between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And I get it. It's not every week. But if he's not on TV for 3 weeks and comes back February 1, I'm not going to care.
Yeah, no.
So
I mean, I'll be excited that Brock's back.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But I won't care.
I'll be excited Brock is back, but it's like, okay, just tell me that Paul's still with Brock. And, like,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that's where we're going.
100%. Yeah, I think Paul's just back with Brock.
Yeah.
I don't have much more other than that. I think he's just back with Brock.
Yeah, because Roman can kind of handle the mic work just as a logistical thing. Like,
Yeah.
Roman can handle it.
Brock's been doing fine.
Fine.
And, yeah, but Brock doesn't really need.
Yeah.
I feel like Brock being like the conqueror,
Yeah.
but like not, but like the conqueror in overalls is kind of cool.
It works right now because Brock isn't a heel. Like,
Yeah.
Brock is just being Brock.
Yeah.
So, like,
But I mean,
the
Brock
corny
never really was
promos
a
are like,
heel.
like,
Brock was never really a heel. Brock was just like, I'm here
Brock,
to
yeah,
beat your ass.
Yeah.
He was
But,
never like, you know.
yeah, his whole character
quote-unquote
right now is
heel.
different, though. Like,
Yeah.
He's
that's
a little
true.
bit more free-flowing, like,
Yeah.
so whatever. He's chasing now instead
Yeah.
of being the guy he's chasing the guy.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. See what happens. There's not a lot of other noteworthy things from SmackDown.
No, not really. SmackDown was okay.
I mean, like we said, it's getting tough.
Needs help. Definitely needs help.
It feels like a long 2 hours.
It does.
Which is
it
a
feels
problem.
very long.
Because, I mean, we've been hanging out watching it, and we'll catch ourselves at like 45 minutes in and be like, this is a long first hour.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
So,
But we still watch. You know,
of course,
do what we can.
got to put the work in.
Have to. Monday was fine. Monday was a very stupid idea, but it was fine. I don't have a lot more to say about Monday as a whole.
I, in no way, saw this coming.
No, this was never anything I was in my radar.
Kevin Owens coming, like, making a triple threat, I saw coming.
100%.
Well, or at least could understand it.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley getting added to make it a fatal 4-way, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's one pin. They're doing fatal 4-way,
It is
one
a
pin.
straight
Yeah.
fatal 4-way.
I did not see this coming.
I don't know why. I mean, I love Bob. I'll see Bob as much as, like,
and
put Bob on my TV 8 times a night. I don't care.
I could see it for what we had just said. This is, we got to have Bobby as champion for the new year. We're doing Bobby and Brock at Mania. I could see that, and that's fine. But there's 3 more months in between.
Yeah,
to get
you
it
had
there.
time.
So I don't know why else you do it.
I really don't know.
Because if it was, oh, we got to protect someone so someone else takes the pin, well, you had 3 men.
You didn't need.
Bobby's
not. I mean, Bobby could take the pin, but Bobby's not taking the pin.
You got to think with the way they made Lashley look, right?
He just beat 3 men.
so
I know it's not.
he doesn't
all
win
straight, but
clean.
He just beat 3
He
men.
doesn't win clean, but Bobby Lashley beat the top 3 guys on your roster.
Yeah.
So it's not Bobby taking the pin
No.
at day 1. So
Probably not Big E.
no, I'm thinking it's Seth or Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I was more inclined to say Kevin Owens before the 4th person got added.
Now I'm thinking Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Now I'm thinking Seth. So I don't really know why. Will it be a good match? I'm sure.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure
I think it'll be a great match, even.
But it's just, you can't have, the story doesn't make sense to me, right? So just like to backtrack, the Bobby Lashley story arc to get him into this match was, I'm kind of a face with my promo. What, 4 weeks ago?
Bobby?
Then 3 weeks ago, MVP comes back and he's full blown heel again. And then 2 weeks ago, it was everyone's gonna rue the day that they like.
Mm-hmm.
Then 1 week ago,
last week he beat them all up.
Yeah, and then this week was, I'm gonna get myself into the title match.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't have answers for you, really, to be honest.
It's
I'm trying while you're talking, but I don't have anything.
The storyline, like, just for, like, to illustrate it was Seth Rollins and Big E. Here's Kevin Owens catches up. So now you got all three of them going straight, right?
Yeah.
And then it's Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
and
he
T-bones him and takes the story and totally derails it.
Yeah.
So they had a story of three top guys, made perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, Kevin Owens got beef with Seth. Seth has beef with Big E. Seth has caused beef between Kevin Owens and Big E. Now they all have beef together.
Yes.
There's the story. It worked. They wrote it out perfectly. It played out perfectly.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it played out perfectly on TV. And then it was, I'm still the top dog. I want my title back.
This is where we're
four-core pile-up collision. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So, do I hate that Bobby Lashley is back in the main event picture? Not at all.
Of course not.
But how we got here, it's beyond
It's
me.
a little weird. It is definitely a little weird how he's just here now.
It is I am beside myself.
The only thing I can think is that he's winning.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then why add him? So I don't know what's going to happen next week. We have, what, 2 more Raws? We have...
2 more Raws, correct.
So the 20th and then the 27th.
Yeah.
And then we'll have day 1. I don't know. I have no idea what the direction is for this. It has to just be the Bob wins.
So let me run this by you and see, just for rewriting Raw for a second.
Of course. I love to do that.
Big E's beating everybody up, What is accomplished by putting him in the match that couldn't be accomplished by having him destroy the winner of the match after day 1? Like,
No, I know what you're saying.
Who's to say that they main event? Well, they won't. It'll be Brock and
No,
Roman.
Brock and Roman's main event. They might open the show.
Whatever. They open the show. Phenomenal. Tear the house down match. For argument's sake, Big E's last man standing, holding himself up, injured, boom, WWE title. It means something. While he's standing there holding the title, hurt lock. Just right behind him, hurt lock. He's just getting choked out. He has no idea what's going on. He's tapping. He tosses him down. Bobby Lashley holds the belt up, does a little drape over him, typical WWE fashion. Monday Night Raw comes, title match. What's to say that doesn't happen? Like, I'm saying what's accomplished by having him in the match that couldn't be accomplished by what we just said?
You're not going to like it. Big E might win the Rumble. So you get the belt off him. And keep him strong.
I don't like that at all.
That's the only thing that came to my head when I was trying to go through this. I'm like, what could they do?
Right.
Like, what alternative motive is there for this? And it's Big E winning the Rumble and staying strong. It's now he didn't get pinned, and now he's kind of getting screwed, and now he's got to go win the Rumble to get his title.
I see what you're saying.
But I honestly, I didn't like it until I just started wheels started. Here's why I do like it a little bit. I think him going after Roman would be kind of cool though. I know we kind of just did it, but if you're going to do Bobby and Brock,
why not?
There's no one else on SmackDown.
Okay.
SmackDown's really weak. So, other than Drew, which could be Roman Drew, which please, I'll fast forward through that one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, let me just walk it back for a second, right?
Okay.
So let's say it's your idea, where it's Big E doesn't get pinned, stay strong. What's to say Seth Rollins doesn't curb stomp Kevin Owens, and then Seth Rollins is the guy in the hurt lock, and then that's what happens. And Big E still screwed out of his rematch opportunity. He didn't get pinned. He can still go win the Rumble. All I'm saying is, even if that storyline that you gave us played out, like...
Well, no, it's because I think they want Big E to win the Rumble, but they want the belt on Bobby.
Right, so all I'm saying, right,
Oh, you're saying
like,
have
you know how like
have
they had Miz do
Seth
like a
win?
holdover champion. Yeah, Seth wins, loses it the next night, and sure that.
No, that makes perfect sense.
But like, that's
Because then, I mean, do you want Seth to just lose that fast?
no, not necessarily. But
I don't mean like you personally. I mean like
Yeah.
the general you.
Yeah, not
That could be
necessarily.
enough. Because I don't think they want anyone.
But the story progresses either way, right? So
Yeah.
Seth wins, curb stomp, whatever, blah blah blah. Loses the next day to Lashley while he's hurt, while he's injured, and then he goes, "Well, I wasn't 100%. Let's run
Yeah,
it
no,
back."
100%.
And then Big E gets put to the side because this other person wants his rematch first, and he was the more recent champion.
The only other thing is that they're gonna make Big E look like the greatest champion of all time. That's the only other thing that I can think of. Yeah, he's just gonna win.
I kind of said it when he became champion. I've been giving him his chances. He is the worst of the top guys. He's the tier below.
He's not bad.
No.
He's definitely not bad.
He's not. He's not bad, but he's the tier below the top guys. It's like you got your Romans, your Seth, your Kevin Owens, and I personally think Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby's better than Big
100%.
E.
Yeah.
And I'll say Drew McIntyre. I will put Drew up there.
Okay.
Just
No,
for-
definitely he
for
is.
in-ring
he
ability,
is
yeah.
100%.
But it's like, then you got Big E, and when he's with those guys, sure, he can hang. I'm not saying he's outclassed, but he's noticeably worse than the other four guys.
I think like the easiest way to like condense
Yeah.
this point is like, yeah, Brock is feuding with Roman.
Yeah.
But I'm watching for Roman.
Yeah.
I'm watching the other one for Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I'm not watching for Big E.
100%. That's a really fair way to put it. Obviously, Brock Lesnar's a draw in his own right, but I'm watching the champion
Yeah.
over there. I'm watching the challengers
Yeah.
for Raw. And that's not to discredit Big E because,
it's not.
like we said, he's good. We like him. We thought he deserved this solo run.
He did.
And I just don't need every title run to be over a year.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, to be fair, it hasn't been.
No, it hasn't
super
been
long.
that long,
It's been
but, like,
September.
but it just and again, who knows if it's the writing or what the storylines they want to push. Big E is a boring champion.
He's just not very exciting to me.
Bobby
No.
and like I'm comparing apples and oranges, right? But Bobby came out suited up, looked the part, talked the part, acted the part.
Yeah.
Big E, it's like you can only come out and be, oh, y'all want to go big, and like be in these fruitful, colorful colors and be such like a face. Well, I'm gonna destroy.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about that promo. I don't, and it's the same face promo that they had Drew doing that everyone got bored of. So again, it's like, is that Big E's fault? Not necessarily.
No.
But that's the character they want to be a face champion, and that's just me not liking face champions. Like I don't know.
I mean, like, there's a reason heel champions are just better.
Yeah.
And there's really only, I don't want to say good because Big E is good.
Yeah.
There's only really like one good face
About
champion
to say Cena.
in the company, and it's Ciampa.
Oh, and Ciampa is different. too.
Because he's a face, but like he's really good at like that aggressive face.
Yeah, like
He's like that badass.
he's exactly
He's just
what we
not.
kind of said. Like I'm a face, but I'm a competitor first. Like I want to win. You're not
Yeah.
taking this belt off
Yeah.
me. Like, and if Big E has that in him, we've seen him do stuff like that before. So it's not
If
saying
you bring
he can't.
back like some of Big E's like NXT stuff, like bring back the 5 count,
Mhm.
bring back things like that,
Yeah.
where it's like that is a great example for Ciampa.
Yeah.
Competitor first.
Yeah.
That would I think that would help him a lot.
If Big E won, for argument's sake, at day one, where he hit like a big ending on Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens and did the 5 count, I'm gonna be like, okay,
I'm
like,
back.
We got something.
You got me back.
We
yeah.
got something because Big E is back to being like, nah, nobody's taking this from me. Like,
And I think
I'm champion.
they missed this opportunity with Bianca, and it caused her to slide down a bit. And I think it's better to do it with Big E. He needs to lose, and realize this goofing around stuff does not keep me on the mountain. Like, yeah, I can have fun and I can enjoy my time here, but I gotta lock in if I want to stay on top.
And now that he's feuding with Bobby again, right? Why don't you call back those MVP, backdoor dialogues with Kofi? Like, this playing around stuff doesn't keep you at the top of the mountain. Like, you're not hungry. Like, Bobby's a killer. Bobby's a hungry champion.
Yeah.
Like, you do that and you have, MVP cut that to Big E, maybe have it resonate this time.
Yeah.
Instead of like what do you know, MVP? Like, you don't know me.
It's a lot different. Yeah, Kofi Mania ended.
Yeah.
Kofi Mania was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When
Big
it
E is-
just happened, those words might find a little more purchase.
Yeah. Resonate a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's it. I like Big E, so I feel like the last maybe like 4 minutes might have sounded like you're discrediting Big E,
No,
but it's not
I don't
that.
think it is. It's just I think everyone's so much better right now.
Yeah, it's
And Raw
and
is the talent on Raw is so good.
like you got guys like Finn Balor who's doing a segment with Damian Priest and freaking the Dirty Dogs and Austin Theory. Like those
I love Theory and Finn,
Yeah.
by the way. I think that's a great
it'll
feud.
it'll be good. It'll be a good feud for sure. But all I'm saying is like when you got a guy like Finn Balor who's doing mid card work, you got to have your champion be the top
really
guy.
good.
Like be ready to go.
Yeah.
So Big E,
I think
he's got the potential.
soon, hopefully February. I think Raw would benefit greatly from a chamber.
Yeah.
They got a lot of guys.
Just
literally the 4 you have now, Finn and Theory. That's your 6. That's your chamber.
Yeah, if they get in. If not, you could find 2 other guys. They have the talent.
But I mean, those I think are your 6 to have. That's a really good 6. That'd be a really good chamber.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And we don't need a SmackDown chamber. We don't need another.
Hell
we don't
no.
need 2.
Hell no.
We don't need 2 chambers.
I would like, if you're gonna do a second chamber, you're not gonna like this. I would like a women's chamber that is not brand specific, and for a number 1 contendership of the brand you're on that you win. So give me like Tony. I don't know. I'm just gonna like, give me Tony. Give me Liv. Give me like Zelina. Give me Carmella.
Bianca and Rhea.
Or put Naomi in there somewhere. Whatever you want to do. And if Bianca wins, she gets a shot at Charlotte. If Liv wins, she gets a shot at Becky. Kind of.
This is gonna sound terrible, and it's not. I don't mean to like dismiss this match before the hypothetical match even gets announced, but we've seen that these women in big quantities couldn't deliver at Survivor Series.
I think it's different though.
I know it was a team, and you got to hit spots. And
I mean, you still have to hit spots in a chamber, but it's a lot more one-on-one stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they've done chambers. They've had a women's tag chamber.
Yeah.
It can't be worse than that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think something like that. I'm saying like they're gonna do a women's chamber. If they do a men's chamber, they're gonna do a parallel women's chamber. I think that idea is better than like the Raw women's chamber.
Yeah, definitely get your best or hungriest talent in there and let them work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens at day 1 with this Fatal 4-Way.
I mean, day 1's looking pretty good so far.
Day 1 is a pretty good card. I mean, you just show me the 2 championship matches, and that's.
But the thing is, they have nothing else that I can think of other than that right now. They'll have the finals of the Bronament, the
RK Bronament.
aftermath of the Bronament. I assume we'll probably get New Day and Usos one more time. I don't know what Damian Priest is going to be doing. I don't know what Shinsuke is going to be doing. But other than that, also, why was Apollo on Raw this week?
I don't know.
Is he on Raw? He is on Raw. Never mind. I'm an idiot. He's on Raw. That's why.
I don't know that you need to have every title on this pay-per-view.
No, but I'm saying you need matches. Oh, we have Miz and Edge.
Isn't it? Yeah, and then this will end and build to Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth.
I don't know.
Mania.
They might get divorced. Miz is in some deep trouble,
Miz in hot water.
Miz in hot water.
Hot water with Maurice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be in hot. Don't make me get that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got 2 really good title matches.
Yeah.
And so after that whole dilemma about how Bobby got in the match, it's gonna be a great match.
Yeah, very good.
So we got 2 good matches of Roman and Brock and the Fatal 4-Way for the Big East title. Is that WWE Championship?
You don't know which belt Big E has?
Yeah. What am I saying? WWE Champion.
Oh my God.
Universal.
You don't know.
Yeah, I got it. I split them up. I got it.
Well, we'll be having a new co-host next week.
You're clearly not up to snuff.
NXT was alright.
I mean,
Grayson Waller's the man.
Grayson Waller.
Really good, man.
Ended Johnny Gargano's NXT career. Twitter bio.
Just beat up, sent LA Knight to the hospital, according to updates from Vic Joseph.
Vic Joseph. Capital J journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harlan threw Brian Kendrick down a flight of stairs.
We're all done with Harlan, right? We all accept that he's not panning out. This is not good, right?
I mean, he needs to have a match. He needs to have a real match. He can't just beat up some guy I've never heard of and then throw Brian Kendrick, who was good 15 years ago, down the stairs.
No, agreed. He needs to have a real match, but I don't think I care about his real match.
Yes, man. It's funny, because he threw him down the stairs, and the guy's like on the ground. I'm like, is that Brian Kendrick? Yeah. And then they showed the video of him. I'm like, oh. They're like, yeah, NXT coach Brian Kendrick. I'm like, holy crap. I didn't even know he was on the company.
So, I'm sure if you guys are, friends of the podcast, you remember me 2 weeks ago ranting about how much I hate Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
And
how could you forget?
And how Joe Gacy is ruining even the chance of this guy having a, successful debut, career, whatever. And 2 weeks later, here we are, where they're like, Harlan's going to debut. I couldn't have cared less. And it is up.
He beat up Guru Raj.
Yeah, like, I just do not care.
No.
I don't know where it's going to go. I don't care where it's going to go.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know how to phrase it, right? Like, they signed this kid, the second coming, he's going to be Brock Lesnar, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. No, he's doing none of that.
He's not.
None of that. Brock Lesnar was hitting sunset flips, or whatever, shooting star presses.
Shooting star presses.
Yeah, he's hitting shooting star presses. Brock Lesnar was a freaking athlete,
he's absurd.
And this kid, D1 athlete, I'm sure he's a freak athlete. I'm not taking anything away from his athleticism, but, like, don't ever compare this kid to Brock Lesnar again. And, like,
no one's Brock Lesnar.
He might turn around. They might get him away from Joe Gacy because that is a sinking ship. They might get him away from him and let him do his own thing, and boom. Career revitalization, and he just started, okay? But with Joe Gacy, I'm not interested. I don't care.
Yeah. The character's weird, because there not really is one.
There is no character. He was in jail. Where he was, like, in a holding cell when freaking Joe Gacy met him. Like, he was taking his call. He was meeting his guests. Like, what are you doing? And now he's just free and he's just in NXT? Like, make it make sense, guys. I mean, that's stupid. It made no sense. Like, we're not forgetting the vignette. They're up pressed against the glass, hand to hand. It's stupid.
He was in some sort of asylum.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's an excellent point.
Like, I'm not backing down on this point, man. Joe Gacy and this gimmick is a sinking ship. There's nothing I like about it.
I know people that would disagree with that.
Yeah, and I don't care about those people. They're entitled to their opinion. They are. It's a wrong opinion. It's a very wrong opinion. Because you got...
All right, we'll be on this all night.
Again, but you got people that are good on the show. You got a little Tony D.
Tony D's real good, man.
I'm excited for
He's
a little
funny too.
Tony D and Pete Dunne.
Yeah, next week, right now, I gotta meet a guy to do some things.
Yeah.
With the guy to do a thing.
Yeah, just
classic.
Keeping it all under wraps.
Yeah,
in classic Tony D fashion.
Yeah. But the fingers broken. That's all right.
I'm excited for him.
Cora Jade re-injured apparently. And
she broke 4 of Mandy Rose's nails. I don't know if you saw that.
Dude, Vic Joseph is so funny, and I know it's not him. The way they said it was so funny, and they were like, Cora Jade, he was like doing like the whole list of injuries from the show. Because it was like LA Knight, it was Cora Jade, and it was Brian Kendrick. Who would have thought Brian Kendrick? Anyway. They were like, he's like, Cora Jade's having like a shoulder fluctuation or whatever the word he said, and like she's now listed at day to day. And I'm like, what is this, my fantasy team? Like, what, I gotta check in to make sure she's a game time decision?
Her and Lamar Jackson rehabbing
at
the same facility.
In Tuesday night to make sure. I gotta keep her out of my flex just in case.
She's listed as day to day. Coach said she was limited in practice.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Yeah. I thought it was hilarious, but
yeah, that's
I don't know. I don't know.
Big Joseph, football guy.
Yeah, huge fantasy guy.
Yeah.
Definitely got a little lost there. It was fine. It was funny.
Our guy, my guy at least, Braun Breaker.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not a Braun Breaker guy.
No, but
I like other people.
The future.
Yeah, for sure.
Every bit a star in the making as you could want.
Yeah.
Like
there's not a whole lot more you can ask for.
The look, the athleticism, the promo work. It's good.
Great.
It's good.
It's really good.
He's going in with people smaller than him. He's gone with people bigger than him. He can go. He can just go.
He can just go. I mean, Roddy's no slouch.
No.
And
yeah, go ahead.
A lot of veteran experience out of Roddy. Roddy doing a good thing. Braun, kind of dropped him a little bit on a hold. Roddy telling him, "Come on!" It was real quick. If you weren't looking for it, you probably would have missed it. I was just seeing what Roddy would do when he fell, and Roddy kind of gave him a quick hey, come here, and then right back in. That says a lot about Roddy too. Obviously knowing this is the guy, and it says a lot about Braun too to not panic.
Yeah,
and just get right back into it.
I was gonna say that it shows a lot of investment on WWE's part to have him going with veteran guys, and there's not too many people on the roster, and definitely not on NXT that are better than Roddy.
There's not.
Roddy's clean. He's tight. He's safe. Everything Roddy does is good.
Yeah.
We're clearly we were huge UE guys.
I love Roddy.
I mean,
Roddy's my guy.
We always held
The
Roddy
Messiah.
to a high standard.
Yeah.
That North American Championship, that was a great run. But to have him go with a guy like Braun, like to showcase Braun's ability, but to also choreograph a good match with him, like that's a lot of investment into your new talent.
Yeah.
And they have something with Braun. They see that they have something with Braun.
100%.
So like having these kind of matches is good. And then Ciampa comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like this might have been a week or two early. Maybe I would say 1 week early.
Okay. So while I kind of agree with you, I'm afraid that NXT, the way they're looking at it, is we don't want to waste that on a holiday show when nobody's watching. Right? So like next week, you're coming into Christmas. The next episode is what?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
That moment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, because you're getting into Christmas, New Year, right? So that's you might not have people watching as heavily these next 2 or 3 weeks. And you're right, it's a touch early because you got to build to it, you got to get there.
2 more weeks before it.
But I don't know. Because you need people to watch New Year's Evil. You need them to be anticipating.
You have 2 more NXTs, like I just said, I think. Yeah,
so
2 more
like
NXTs.
you can't waste that moment necessarily on like next week where people are traveling for the holidays,
That's
or the
true.
week after where they're traveling back for the holidays.
Yeah, no.
So you need people to see that, and then who knows? Maybe you keep one of them off TV next week. There you go.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's problem solved.
I feel like you have to have them both there.
At least for
Because
one more
Ciampa has
episode.
to be there next week, and you're not keeping Braun on TV.
Yeah, not the way he's been.
You kind of have to. That's why I think it was good to at least have Carmelo.
Yeah.
Kind of have that little like face-off thing with Roddy, just like FaceTime. Just get his somebody that hasn't watched it in a while that just tuned back in. Just get his face on TV.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Your champion, the A champion.
Yeah. Trick and Loomis coming up soon.
Yep. Did we miss anything with Legato this week?
They weren't on.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Zion Quinn.
Yeah.
He had a promo, but they weren't on. I don't think we had too much other than that. Big Country, they had a little promo with oh god, Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter. Casey Catanzaro not dating Ricochet, as I've said many times.
I don't know who said that.
I've said that a couple of times.
Oh, you've said that?
Yeah, but I know they were.
They may have
but
been.
they're not.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Not important.
I'm trying to keep factual statements here on the show.
Yeah. We're capital J journalists.
Yes.
No.
I get my stuff off Twitter.
Yeah.
Other than that,
official research.
Official research.
Sources. Per sources.
Official research, and then like camera cut. It's like Twitter. It's like me typing the thing on Twitter.
It's per sources is my opinion that Kevin Owens was gonna leave.
Yeah.
It's per sources. Yeah. I broke the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. NXT is a good product. I personally like 2.0. I've accepted
I like it a lot.
I've accepted it for what it's worth. It is now developmental entirely.
Yeah.
You still got your guys like Ciampa and Roddy, but kind of a dying breed.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, but I like it.
Yeah.
I got no complaints. I mean, how much other stuff can you do, right? Like you want to get these new guys ready. SmackDown is in desperate need of some help. What a way to get started. You know, TV time, practice.
100%. And like we've said, like I know this wasn't the best episode of NXT, but like NXT ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Like it does that.
Yeah, where it hits really
peaks
high.
and valleys.
Yep. And
next week we'll go back up to the peak before their pay-per-view.
Yeah, hope so. Or maybe one more down.
Maybe one more.
We'll
but
see.
That's just how NXT happens.
You know, just to keep the name out there, I don't know if you guys have been thinking about it, but still not on TV. A little Odyssey Jones.
Has not been on TV in a little bit.
I'm thinking
maybe the Rumble. Maybe
talking
something.
about the Rumble. Maybe a main roster appearance. He is
Potential.
big for NXT. Even NXT 2.0, he's big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
So more of a main roster build, but
yeah, we'll see what happens.
more of a main roster personality too.
True.
Big
Very
personality.
True.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope he sticks around.
Yeah.
Sometimes getting off TV is a bad thing.
Yeah, you never know with WWE, but I doubt it. I doubt it for somebody like
the
that.
The crowd loves him.
Yeah.
The internet seems to love him.
It's not like something he did. He definitely didn't do anything wrong that we know of.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know a lot of things. So
that's true. But I feel like I don't know. So it'd be a weird investment to them just be like, just cut the wire on that, cut the rope, whatever.
Andre Chase getting beat up a little bit again,
yeah,
as per usual.
Yeah.
Teachable moments
and
stuff.
Lots of teachable moments this week for Andre Chase.
I don't know. I think
Ivy Nile's good. I like her.
That's funny you bring that up, Ivy Nile, man. Just to talk about the Diamond Mine for a second.
Okay.
Malcolm Bivens is one of their best employees.
He's great. His Twitter is can't miss entertainment.
Malcolm Bivens has the single best WWE Twitter.
Oh, by far.
Not even close.
So good.
And if you guys don't follow him, do yourselves a favor and go follow him. Or if you don't have Twitter, every once in a while just Google Malcolm Bivens' Twitter. Like Malcolm
and then just run through it.
And just scroll through it. It's a good laugh. Yeah. I mean, a very good laugh.
And it's not even stuff he posts all the time.
No, it's his responses.
His responses to things is great.
He's funny, man. He's very,
I
very
retweeted
funny.
a good one from our account today. Yeah. It was like a, I don't want to like explain
Verbal
the whole thing.
Memes.
But it's like a picture of like Ivy Nile protecting Malcolm Bivens, and it was like, I don't know what the movie was from. There was some lady holding Kevin Hart. It's a good one.
I saw that one. It's good. And I think that kind of wraps it up. Right?
Yeah, that's really all I got.
Any other
Duke Hudson kind of looks like Malcolm now. They got the same. They kind of look the same beard, same haircut. That's all I got.
Do we like this? Do we like Duke Hudson?
I like Duke.
I know I have never been the biggest Duke guy.
I feel like Slick Bean Duke is a look. Like, that's a look. Like, I feel like Duke's a Megatron now.
Duke needs to start wearing wrestling accessories because he just looks so.
He needs like a cool nickname that has to do with being bald or something.
Yeah, the cool bean, Mr. Clean over there.
Yeah,
but
something like that.
But
he needs something.
Duke needs to start wearing like elbow pads or like tape his wrists or something because he just looks so like weird. And
he needs something.
It's because of the lack of wrestling accessories.
Yeah, we've talked about that the first time he came out. He needs something.
Like, his proportions aren't weird, right? But he just looks so like.
There's something about it.
There's something
missing. There's something weird about like seeing like a wrestler that has nothing on their arms. It's kind of weird.
It's funny because he's doing nothing wrong.
Absolutely not.
But it's a good laugh.
Yeah.
Cameron Grimes.
Do whatever he does.
Yeah. Hopefully that's finished.
That's got to be done.
Done. Don't give me this again.
We have Raquel and Dakota next week. Street fight, ending the friendship once and for all.
Yes, it is good that you brought that up because this needs to be the farewell match for
Raquel
or someone.
Really?
Someone. I'm thinking Raquel.
It is hard to have both of them on the brand and not interact.
Yeah.
In some capacity.
And not that I need them to keep this feud going because I don't want them to. That's just me being honest. But Raquel is, on to bigger and better things. Yeah. I think everyone sees it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's really up for discussion. She's far better than the rest of the women on the NXT roster.
Yeah.
She's if she was to go up, she's already a top talent on the main roster. Yeah. So
I made the argument for top 5 the other
women,
week.
Yeah. And it's not that crazy.
No.
Not that crazy at all.
No, I don't think so.
So hopefully they'll probably main event, which not again, it's going to sound terrible, but that's why you have the Ciampa Braun moment this week because people may not,
that's fair.
be as interested in the NXT.
Yeah, no, I think they'll definitely main event. I don't know what else is on the show that might. Tony D. Pete Dunne might,
but
I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah. So we'll see. It should be a fun match.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
They really, really love putting these women into no DQ and weapons matches lately, though, and I don't.
Well,
this one makes perfect sense.
This one does make a lot of sense.
Bad blood, finish the feud.
Well, no, did you? I don't know. You might have missed Raquel's thing. Their friendship started in a street fight.
Oh no, so I missed that.
So this is like a full tieback, which this is a
full
perfect
circle,
match to have
for
this. But this has to be it now.
Yeah.
This is it. No more.
Absolutely.
Other than that,
cool.
Like and subscribe down below.
Mash that like button.
Comment.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Comment.
Share the video. Like the video.
Comment.
Interact with us again. Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Resthold_pod on Twitter, Instagram. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. The usuals. Yep. The usual medias.
Yeah, we're everywhere that you can be found.
Pretty much, yeah. Other than like maybe MySpace,
which I don't know who's using that anymore.
Somebody probably is, but
yeah.
We're gonna
probably Joe Gacy.
I mentioned it last week. Want to mention it again? Probably doing those Royal Rumble boxes. We'll do a more formal announcement.
Yeah, that'll be out
coming up.
Yeah,
probably beginning of the year.
We got to get that. Yeah, we'll put things in motion. That'll be good for next year. Start of the year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll probably put that out on like social media before we officially announce it here, just to get it started.
Yep.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're doing like some kind of prizes, whether it be like cash prizes or other things. We'll be doing something.
Yeah, look alive.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for hanging out. Peace.